Fishy. Welcome in, guys. Okay. Oh, it's okay. No, Bishy, you're gonna be useless, hopefully, in that aspect tonight. I've already got all the ones that were pulled, or I pulled all the ones in order of whatever order whatnot puts them in. Um, and I'm just gonna go in that order. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to. Sorry, Bishy. If I do it in this order, they'll disappear after I run one, and then the next one will be up. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to scroll down through 400 and some listings every time, or else search. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Mr. Bishy's selling another car. He won't sell me a truck. If you've never been to my shows before, my name is Josh. I sell old stuff on my website beforetimes.shop and other places. Tonight is going to be pre-listed. I had hoped to get more pre-listed, but I didn't. So we're going to go with what I have. I'm just going to do, like the show note says, I'm just going to do the ones with pre-bids. This show's been scheduled for a month, and I've got 22 pre-bids. So if you just happen to stumble on this, that's what we're doing. You'll have to go to the auction tab and see if there's something you want me to run and place a pre-bid on it. I'm not going to show all 400 of these. There's a couple thousand tapes in to buy now. Feel free to make offers. I'll accept them as I see them come in. I've got 22 pre-bids, and I'm just going to go down the list that I have. And then if there aren't any more, I'm just going to go ship them. I had a preview for Sunday. I sell old stuff, antiques, and vintage collectible smalls on Sunday. It'll be posted to my Facebook page if anybody's interested in watching the preview for that. Just send me screenshots of the things you want me to run for Sunday, and I'll run them Sunday morning. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And the first one is Pink Floyd Relics. Any Kiss? I honestly don't remember. I listed the show a month ago. Did you look? There's 5 Kiss tapes after doing a search. Is all I have tonight. Put it in a new case. Be a little bit of fuzziness there. And oh crap, 30 seconds. Let's change that. And Why did it do that? Okay. This is running. I set it for Pain Teens will be next. Thank you, Jason. Pain Teen Stimulation Festival to use, but I put it in a new case. And that one is running. No, 30 seconds. Bishy. Give you a half a minute to think about it. The next one's going to be Semisonic, all about chemistry. uh, Thank you, Orlando. That was yours. Pin item. Sealed. No cutouts or drill holes. Okay, now it's going for 10 seconds. I'm all locked up on the PC for some reason. But it's running on my phone. Hopefully they stay at 10 seconds. Thank you, P. Agony, the first defiance. Still sealed. No drill holes or anything. And it did 30 seconds again. Oh, we're going to be here all night. Bishy, I was watching Wiener Junkies. I think somebody rated into her, and she was just swearing at whatnot repeatedly. She couldn't get things to work that were supposed to be working. Wiener Junkies. Thank you, Orlando. All right, 50 Cent, The Massacre, sealed prison tape. I hope I don't have to keep changing that every time. I'll keep forgetting. No cutouts or drill holes or anything. Still sealed. Okay, I'm going to push the button. Please give me the option to change the time. 10 seconds, 5-second counter bid. 10 seconds. It's running. 10 seconds. And this is the last one of these that I have. Thank you, Straw Hat Crew. That was yours. Next one is Live Skull. It's got a bit of the cello flopping around there. No cutouts. A little bit of wrapper tearing on it. All right, it's going to stay at 10 seconds. There we go. Thank you, Orlando. And I don't have any other cassette shows scheduled, but if you see I have one scheduled and you want to shop the buy now, try to do it before the show. If you buy the stuff within the show or make offers within the show, it'll combine the shipping for you. So, Sopranos soundtrack from the HBO series, still sealed. That is running. Thank you, Beyond. Brian Eno, more blank than Frank. No cutouts, still sealed. And that one is running. Bishy, does Mr. Bishy get commission when he sells, or is he just on salary? Oh, so he's gonna have. He'll be able to add to his dice collection. Thank you, Tublandia. The next one is Slapping Mammies, Blackface in Bondage, not politically correct. This one is not sealed. Put it in a new case. Yeah, I think, yeah. And the blackface. And the blasphemous name there, the Reverend Jesse Jolson. It's all just horrible. Blackface in Bondage, Slapping Mammies. I have a bunch of CDs of this too. The problem is, you can't sell it anywhere. I can't believe Whatnot filters let it go through on the. Thank you, Orlando. You can't list a picture of a shirtless dude without the sensor filters kicking it back out. But I guess the blackface dude in the electric chairs, okay. D. Kreutzen, Cement. Put it in a new case. But it's not sealed. And that is running. Oh, Orlando. Now you're going to make me. I have never listened to them. Well, they're not even on Spotify. Thank you, Orlando. Not on YouTube either. I'm spelling it wrong. Huh. It's rare. Okay. Front 242. Back catalog. This one is sealed. No cutouts or anything. Mr. Bishy. Did you earn yourself some more dice? And that is running. They are a cool industrial-ish band. But they're not German, right? Thank you, Nephilim. Brian, before and after science, still sealed, no cutouts. Isn't that the way it works, Bishy? And that is running. We have goals. Is that like 5-year goals, Bishy? I'm here. I don't know. Butterfly's probably not here. I think she's driving. Bishy's here. Mr. Bishy's here. So we've got a literal handful of people here about, and that's it. Uh, but you guys that are here, click on the Suburban Bishes icon there and bookmark her show for Sunday at 2. Her and Mr. Bishy are doing a podcast type show where they interview whatnot sellers. They already had one with KO Gaming, and this week's episode is Afternoon Antique Company. Oh, you're welcome to, Blandia. So Motorhead Overkill, still sealed, no cutouts. It's running. Thank you, Orlando. Yeah, Bishy's doing them. She's doing a whole series of them. It's called Talk Naughty to Us, I think is what it's called. Uh, she does her award show, and it's kind of a lead up to her nominations this fall. Arsenal Manipulator. This one's still sealed. No cutouts or anything. And that is running. Yes, she's expanded her categories this year, and you can win fabulous prizes. And I think October is when the nominations start, and you can nominate yourself or someone that you like for your favorite seller in the music categories. Weird Al, nice condition. Oh, it needs a pad. I should have said that. These unsealed ones, I don't check the pads on them. If you're into cassettes, you should be able to put new felt pads on them. I know. If I'm selling them, I should be able to put new pads on them, but for $2 starts, I'm not doing it. It's running. I haven't sold a single set of pads of any kind on Whatnot at all. None. If I did, I don't remember. Thank you, Ghost. Talos High Speed on Ice is next. I sell them all the time on the site that shall not be named. This one has a drill hole, see? But it's still sealed. That is running. I don't think Craigslist was on one of the things they said you couldn't say. Although I now the new seller initiation or whatever it is called, like there is none. Like it's you got to watch like 45 seconds worth of videos, and it tells you right on in the little videos you don't need products or experience or inventory or anything. All you need is a desire to sell. And I don't think they even mention the other sites anymore. Hey, Ghost, do you want a Weird Al tape? Barbecue Killers, Calmly, Still Sealed, and it's running. Oh, I missed a question. It won't mess up the tape, it'll sound like shit, though. Um, all it is that felt crap that Hobby Lobby sells. I used to say Joann's, but they went bankrupt and went out of business. Um, just go get some of that the felt pads. That's what they are, felt pads. I have them on here to keep the thing level that I stick my phone thing on. But you just cut. You just they come with the peel and stick backing. You just cut a little bit and stick it on that little copper pad if they ever fall off. And do I have another one? Yes, butterfly misses Joanne's very much too. Thelonious Monster next Saturday afternoon is the next one. And that one's running. No cutouts or saw marks or anything. Thank you, Orlando. And the next one is Tombstones, Preaching, Praying, and Guitar Playing. Put it in a new case. Nice condition. And that is running. On the Tombstones. Thanks, Bishy. Thanks for the offers beyond leftovers and tea. I accepted those. Nope, I didn't get any offers from Super Kelsey. Thank you, Orlando. When did you send them in? No, I've been sitting here. I just got from Beyond Leftovers and tea some. So we're gonna go with They May Be Giants next, Still Sealed. They've changed the app so many times in the past month. You got to jump through hoops to get to the offers in the app. My offers. Kelsey, they come through on my phone. All right, there's one. Maybe there's lag on them. There must be a lag or something. I'll check them occasionally. Here we go with this one. No cutouts, still sealed. Thank you, Linda. And Bricklayer Cake Tragedy is the next one, and it is still sealed as well. A little bit of tear on the wrapper down there. And that is running. You're doing pretty well winning all the auctions? Is that what you mean? Thank you, Orlando. I'd be fine with one person buying everything. That'd save me a lot of time in shipping. My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult Sexplosion. This is the single. It's a red tape, still sealed. And that is running. Bishy, on the big order last night, I had to pay $7 and something for shipping. Thank you, Music and Liquor. But other than that, I only had to pay. There was a couple that I had to pay like $1 or something for. Thanks for the offer, Kelsey. Okay, now that was all the ones that were pre-bid before the show. So now I gotta find them. If you guys place pre-bids, uh, give me a sec to find them. Seven Dust Animosity still sealed. And that one is running. Well, I knew I was gonna have to pay shipping, Bishy. But the what irritated me, thank you, Music and Liquor, was that when it fit in a flat rate box, they still charged me for over £5. Magma Udu Wudu, or however you pronounce that, still sealed. Guess I gotta pin it. So that one's running. I don't know what that means, planning mushroom. It combines shipping for everybody. I don't know what bundling means, but hey, Rag. Did that last show go better for you? I felt bad because I know how that feels to just sit there and yeah, planting. Everybody, it automatically combines them in the live shows. If it's giving you some ridiculous shipping for relatively small things, like if you're buying, I don't know, steamer trunk or something, it's going to be expensive. But this light stuff, if it's giving you anything that's ridiculous sounding, it's because the seller screwed up when they put in the weights. You can ship up to 5 pounds is only $9.21. If anybody wants to have a constant stream of notifications about people selling stuff on here, follow Rag and Ribbon, bookmark her shows. She mentioned during her show today that there might be some on there that the people watching might not have bookmarked. And I went in and looked, and there were 19 shows that I had not bookmarked. And like a week ago, I went and bookmarked every one of them. And like in a week, she listed 19 more shows. Oh, yeah. If it's a media category, it just goes by media mail shipping. And if it's some ridiculous price that's beyond what media mail should be, it's because the sellers aren't putting the right weight in. Yeah, if you're in the cassette category or like books or records or something, it's just straight media mail, and it's basically the same price as the post office. I think it's like the just regular media rate you pay at the post office. Bitch, she's a machine. Literally, I counted them, 19 of them, and that was like that was. I mean, there was a whole bunch I had already bookmarked. Thank you for the offer, Kelsey. Yeah, I've turned your shows on and then sat there and waited and set my phone there. 20 minutes later, it still says you're waiting for the host. So is that all we're gonna do tonight? No, I did all my pre bids. Well, I think you're gonna make it on time, Bishy. Your pre bids aren't going through. Here, let me refresh my page and see if that helps. It'll probably echo at me. Oh, let's go. You're joining your own show. Nope, no pre bids. We're going to talk amongst ourselves for 26 minutes and raid out to KO Gaming. Who said they weren't beyond? Which one? Tell me one of them that you put a pre bid on beyond that you were trying to. Okay, I'll run them. I don't know why this site is. I don't know. In my military show last night, somebody pre-bid on something, and I wasn't able to see it, but they said they did, and it said it was showing as one. And then when I ran it, there was no pre-bids. So Pitbull. Well, thank you for coming, Orlando. If there's something you want right before you leave, let me know. This one is running. And this all should leave tomorrow, Orlando, so you'll probably get it in a week or so. Thank you, Beyond. And you want Alanis Morissette? Is that the one you wanted? Still sealed. No cutouts or anything. The jagged little pill. 10 seconds. That one's running. Thank you, Beyond. I got these all stacked up in the order that I sold them. It's supposed to put them in the shipments tab in your hub in the order that they went. So hopefully that works. You pre-bid it on one? Well, let me see. Jimi Hendrix, Crash Landing. Grab that. Have a good night, Orlando. Thank you. This is a RCA Music Club edition. This is an early one, 1975 on this release. Put it in a new case. Yeah, that is running. Well, Beyond, I don't know what to tell you. If you tell me what you want, I can run more. Thank you, Planting. I don't know why it doesn't work. They keep changing stuff. I don't know if you guys can see the changes on your end if you're just a buyer, but in the seller's app, they've changed the messages like every day. You go in and the messages are in a different place. Yeah, I don't know how much they take per sale. There's a it comes out to roughly 20%. It's it's like 8% commission or something, I think, and every one of these that sell, they charge you 30 cents for credit card processing plus 3% or something. But then they take that the commission and the credit card fees, they take it on tax and shipping too, which is ridiculous because I've been selling on here for like 3 years and they still haven't figured out a way to make it so that sellers don't get charged for every single credit card transaction. It's nice that it charges it immediately and like if you swipe and win, I have your money. And it's like you're not supposed to be able to back out. and there's no unpaid items like on eBay. That's roughly what it is, Super Picker. I mean, it's like 8%, but then it's 3% for your credit card, but then they charge 30%. So, I mean, if you sell something for $1, you're making like 40 cents. You're clearing like 40 cents. But if you sell something for 5, then the percentage of the fees goes down. If you sell something for 100, it goes down even more just because it's a higher amount. Chumbawamba. Oh, dude, Chumbawamba. I think they're making too much money on it. I don't think they give a shit. The case is cracked right there, but no cutouts or anything. Still sealed. And that is running. Because so many people say, well, that's not Whatnot's not making any money on that. That's a credit card processor. But they set the rate. Thank you, Beyond. Like if you have a brick and mortar store or you take PayPal on your website or whatever, it's basically that 30% plus 2 or 3% for whatever the total is. But it always stays the same until PayPal changes it. But when you have a brick and mortar store, you sign a contract with the company and say it's 30 cents per item or per charge and 2% or 3%. I'll say 3%. That's what it is for the duration of that contract. But if you turn into a huge store and you're processing a lot more, you can negotiate a better deal. But when you go to a brick and mortar store, you're just eating that. But here on Whatnot, they're charging the seller those fees. So when they negotiate a better deal, which it's already, they're not losing money on those transactions, on the credit card charges. They're making something. And the more they sell, the better rates they can negotiate. But they're keeping the rates the same for the sellers. So they're making money on every charge, every single time you buy something. And Sparks. Being helpful, Rag. Angst in my pants. Still sealed. No cutouts. And we'll do wasted youth for Ghost. So that is running. Thank you, Beyond. You live for the rants. Just imagine how lucky Butterfly is. She gets to hear rants all the time. No cutouts, still sealed. And Wasted Youth, Black Days is running. Thank you, Ghost. Butterfly can rant herself, though. I wouldn't say it's. I mean, if you just start selling, like I pre-list all this stuff, but like on my other shows, I just a lot of the show and sell stuff. I just have a single item. We call it like cassette tape, and then you just keep running that same thing over and over again, and it just automatically numbers every one you sell. California metal. It's not real difficult, but if you have a buddy or a significant other or something that can help you, it I think it would be easier with two people. It, I mean, I'm sitting at my computer right now doing this when I do the cassette shows. It's not too difficult. Yeah, and Bishy, we whore Bishy out to anybody that'll have her. Just hit up the suburban Bish there. She'll mod the hell out of you. Looks like a little bit of cracking there in the spine, but still sealed. And that is running. Oh, I would never do it on my phone, on just my phone. I I always want a computer there, which I don't have my Android even open tonight, but usually I have my Android open and a computer. Gravity kills. You want both gravity kills? I got perversion and self-titled. And this one's in a bio box, still sealed. And that one is running. Thank you, Beyond. And if anybody's on here that's a seller, feel free to advertise your shows. You can always do that in my shows. We got a pre-bid on Heat Miser Dead Air. That one's got a saw cut, but it's still sealed. And that one's running on the Heat Miser. Thank you, Music and Liquor. Rag, I had other people say they like the 80s stuff. So I've been just sticking with that for my shows. Welcome in. If you just joined me, we ran all the pre-bidded stuff. If there's something in the auction tab you want me to run, uh, yeah, I'm telling you, Butterfly, they complained about the country. But I was listening to good country, the old country, and which I would rather listen to old country than new country, usually. Except when I'm with you, Butterfly. Then I love listening to country music because I'm with you. And Butterfly sings along. I'm not kissing up. You're a good singer. Except when you don't know all the lyrics and then you kind of trail off into. It's kind of a mixture of like humming and mumbling, but it's cute. Look, man, lazy dog. Is there something you want me to run? Request it rather quickly. I think we're gonna raid out to KO Gaming. What time are they on, Bishy? 9? I don't know. Gary's having a show at some point. I don't know if it was 9. I saw he had a show tonight. I don't know what he's selling. Some sort of music. And I don't know his user ID. Gnar something or other. Any more Heat Miser? Let me check. Doesn't look like it. It's like I'm sure I have more. I just don't have any listed. I'm not doing a very good job of getting through my horde of these things. But if you haven't followed me, give me a follow. I will probably schedule another cassette show at some point. No offers. Elliott Smith. I don't think so. Well, I'm just kind of dicking around waiting to raid out. Unless you have something you want me to run, you can request it. I ran all the pre bids. I don't know who Elliott Smith is. Who's Elliott Smith? Oh, okay. And I mean, I don't. I have read about him before because I remember seeing that he stabbed himself in the chest. Supposedly, I will not. I will not scan. Doormaker. Give me a follow, and if you see I have a show, but I don't have a. I'll do that now. Give me a. I'll schedule a show for like a month from now, and I'll clone everything over. Um, and you can bookmark it. I'm gonna make it July 11th, subject to change. So there, I made it July 11th, 8 o'clock p.m. I titled it Cassettes. If you look at my other listings, if you click down there, or I guess click up here and click on my profile, uh, bookmark that show, and I will clone everything over into it after I'm done here. And it's hard to look through, and I don't have. Do you want Hanging Gardens or Live Heroes? Whoever asked for Nico. Hanging Gardens. Okay, I didn't see that. Sorry. Oh wait, that's oh, I'm in the. I'm just confusing myself. Okay. There we go. No cutouts. Still sealed. That is running. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Reg. Yeah, it should just be on Facebook. You might have to scroll down a little bit. When I'm done with this, I'll pin it to the top. Thank you, Beyond. Thank you, Bishy. You can disappear if you're still. Bishy's probably already gone. Well, you can disappear, Bishy, if you need to. Are you modding, or are you just hanging out for them? Ohio, you missed all the fun, Ohio. We sold 41 obsolete pieces of music. Beverly Hills Ninja and a fistful of techno. Five. Oh, I can do them now, Ghost. Looks like it's got a drill hole. Looks like it doesn't go into the actual card though. And that is running. Hey, toothpaste. Thank you, Beyond. And we'll do a fistful of techno. Did I put the letters on the board? Yeah. Is that considered crafting? Still sealed. That is running. I did my best. The B was askew, so I made the whole thing just wavy. Made it look like it was intentional. At the end of the yard, there is a tractor trailer, like the box trailer. Thank you, Bishy. Everybody give Bishy a follow and tell her good night. We're gonna raid out to KO Gaming here real shortly. If you have requests, go ahead and put them in. But my trailer, I thought about projecting my logo onto it and painting my logo on it because Google refuses to change my advertising settings. Like they won't change my address because I don't have a sign outside. I had to do this like 10-minute long video and then they didn't approve it because I don't have a sign. But I don't have a store that people can come in, so I don't have a sign. Now the Amish can't see it from there. Well, the kids could at school, but they don't care. Can they read? I- Poorly, most of them. See, the deal with it, they have the teachers. They're not like career teachers. They're like young Amish girls that just graduated high school to whatever year they go to when they're 14 or whatever. It's before they get married. They'll be a teacher for a while because they've just learned everything. But as soon as they get pregnant, they can't be a teacher anymore because they've got babies. the the lady next door, she mows their grass with a real mower, and she's out there like every single day. I'll bet she's fit. If you've never used a real mower, if you ever see one somewhere, give it a try, and then imagine doing an acre or two of that every day. No, she doesn't wear pants. I have never seen an Amish woman in pants. She does it in her bare feet. And the little kids, occasionally you'll see, not over there because they don't have little kids anymore, but the little Amish kids, occasionally you'll see them where one will tie a rope around his waist and then tie the rope to the real mower, and then another kid will push it. It looks like the most dangerous thing, and that's how the kids mow grass. The one runs with a rope tied to the mower, and the other pushes. Were you really Amish? Really? Hmm. And they got a divorce and they were shunned. There's a guy that goes to the one auction I go to. He married an Amish woman, but her family didn't completely shun her. Her sister still comes to visit and stuff. Your family name was Miller as opposed to Byler or Yoder. I think those are the only three Amish names that exist. What is Miller? Yeah, that's what. There's not too many Amish last names, or like Bylers, Millers, and Yoders. The only ones I can think of. Was your great aunt the one that got the divorce, Ohio? See you later, toothpaste. Thanks. They shunned the whole family. What was the divorce over? It's a good story. Who was it? Who was? She said having sex with the aunt. Laughy face. Who was having sex with the aunt? The great grandpa or the great grandma? And was it their aunt or your aunt? Well, butterfly, I think she can tell me if it's inappropriate, but it was like 70 years ago or something, probably. I don't think it's too soon. I can assume that they're all dead. So your grandma is 93. She was the daughter of the divorcees. Did she use like electricity and like rubber tires and things, or does she live like she's Amish still? Oh, you had a picture of her, so she's not She became a Mennonite. Is that how the Mennonites are formed? See, in Pennsylvania, there. Well, I mean, it varies everywhere you go. I mean, 20 miles down the road is different, but for the most part, the Mennonites in Pennsylvania can drive, but they all wear plaid shirts, and they're really like into grooming. Like they're like metrosexual Amish or something. They don't have those fuzzy beards and now she's Catholic. Well, I guess if she was Amish and now she's Catholic, she stands a better chance of going to heaven than if she was neither. Spread it around, and I assume they do, Rag. Do you have an Amish outfit? Yeah, like here in Pennsylvania, it's odd. You go 20 miles down the road, and there's uh, a whole different set of beliefs and customs. What am I getting a CJS for? Oh, does does Josh have a Amish outfit too? I do have a thing for Amish women. I've always had a thing for Amish women. That's why I like your bun so much, Butterfly. Does your husband know you were Amish? Or is that like a secret that you don't talk about except in social media settings and live streams? Ghost, I wonder if some of them like they like see that number down there. It's like 2,400, and they must. So where are they from, Ohio? Are they from out there where you're at, like Columbus? Mm. The guy that the Amish guy that I don't know if you've ever heard my stories about him that used to live beside the schoolhouse here. He was from a different church and he used electricity. He was a miller. which they're mostly millers, yoders, and bilers, but he was the only miller around here at the time. There's a few millers now, but mostly they're bilers. But he's oh shit, I can't remember where he lives. He doesn't live out as far as you. Hmm. I'm gonna. Hmm. You've heard me talk about the woman whose husband left her, right? Ohio. Yeah, I always feel so bad for her. She was excited. I'm telling you, it in the past year, the Amish guy beside me here, he used to have a tractor for since he moved in here next door. He had a tractor with the steel wheels and steel tread, and within the past year, he upgraded to a full blown tractor with rubber wheels, and now he's got a skid steer loader. And today I saw a different Amish guy driving down the road in a full blown tractor as well. So they must just, this church here must have allowed them all to use tractors now. But like 10 years ago, they weren't even, 10 years ago in where I'm at in Pennsylvania, they weren't even allowed to use tractors with the steel wheels. When the neighbor moved in over here, he's a deacon or whatever, he changed the whole thing and made them have, they could have tractors with the steel treads. Yeah, they still use the horses, but they use the tractors too. I don't socialize with anyone, Ghost. I'm sure they would if I went over and chatted with them. They seem okay. There's yeah, I don't socialize much with anyone. There's a family that sells donuts down the road that they're the only real Amish that I ever talk to much, and I haven't talked to them for quite a while. Yeah, there's people that hang out with them. I mean, most of them around here have jobs where they hire English people. Um, they have English people driving them around to work, and a lot of them have construction crews uh, where they have Amish and some English people working for them, and some of them work for English people. Yeah, the guy that used to live over here that I said used electricity when he wasn't supposed to. He worked for my uncle for years as a contractor, and he was uh he was an interesting fellow. I always got along well with him, but he was a big Trump fan, and I was not a Trump fan, so we'd always argue about Trump, and I'd get him going, and yeah, he my uncle really missed him when he moved away. Every once in a while, he hasn't been back for a while, but every once in a while he'll come back for like a week or something and build a garage or something. And yeah, I think that one time, uh, Paul and my uncle built a garage in like a day and a half by themselves. Their their work ethic and work speed is a little bit higher than most English people. Oh, we got a pre-bid. Revolting Cocks. I'll run that if I can find it. Little tiny crack to the case back there, but it's still sealed. Beer, steers, and queers. That is running. Where are you at, Butterfly? Thank you, Nebulum. That is yours. Are there no Amish down there at all, Rag? Yeah, I don't know where they're down in Lancaster or Lancaster or however you say it, Pennsylvania. That's big, and then on the western side of Pennsylvania, you know where Groundhog Day is in Punxsutawney, like that movie about I don't know 5 miles from there. There's this little place. What's that place called, Butterfly? Where all those Amish people have those little stores. Having Alzheimer's sucks. Yeah, Rag. If you ever go to down there to Lancaster, uh, they've got these things called mud sales where they have like their giant consignment sales. So they have an auctioneer come in and they have people bring stuff in to consign it, and a lot of the Amish consigned stuff. They're supposed to be fun for buying all sorts of old crap. Oh, that's gonna drive me insane if I can't remember that. Smicksburg. Oh, it says it's Google says it's 20 miles, not 5 miles from Muncie. Yeah, Smicksburg is in the western part of Pennsylvania, and Lancaster. I don't know how you're even supposed to say it, and I'm from Pennsylvania. That's in the eastern side. Yes, the Smicksburg produce auction is there. The guy that the guy that used to do the auction, the auctioneer, I think he's a Mennonite. Not positive. I've never asked him, but he dresses like the Mennonites and milks cows and such. All right. We have enough fun for tonight. It's tiring, isn't it, Rag? Alrighty, guys. Thank you for your purchases. If you're still here that you bought cassettes. Ugh. How many shows are you having tomorrow? You're gonna ship all the stuff you sold today. Thank you, Ghost. All right, I'm gonna raid out to KO Gaming. He sells dice. If you're not into that, you can just bounce when you get there. But that's where Bishy's at. So I'm gonna go say hi to Bishy. I'll get all this stuff out in the mail tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming, and have a good night, guys. Oh, Kristen's on. Well, I already told Bishy we were going to KO. I'll put Kristen on the phone. Have a good night, guys.